So this is just a calm, chill video, kind of. I I sent out a short a while ago, and it had some really pretty pens and inks that I got from some friends, and I decided to use them out. So I drew a little character in a glass container because I've I've been like seeing all these cute faces where like the people are in bubbles or like jars, so I wanted to attempt to do that, but my chibi style is not yet a chibi style, so I just put a actual person in a glass jar type thing. I didn't really do any coloring in for this one because I really just wanted it to be about the really pretty ink and the line art. So it's mostly blank. Though I did spill some ink on the paper in some places the ink was not supposed to be. I have kneadable erasers now, so I tried those out. They work really well. I can mold them into whatever I want. It's super fun to just turn them into like animals and things. Like I had been playing with this moldable eraser, right? Like, you can mold it into whatever you want. It's like clay, except it erases and it doesn't dry out. Well, it does if you don't keep it contained in like a container or like a bag that is a Ziploc. But anyways, I was making a little bunny, and it actually, if you do it right, you can actually make like little characters out of it. So it's just fun in its own way, other than just erasing. And then I tried to use a lighter range of pencils, but my pencil box got jumbled up, so now I have to rearrange them from darkest to lightest. Funny thing about my ink, actually, after this video that I did, I'm voice recording over the initial footage, by the way. But after this video that I did, I was practicing some calligraphy, and I was reaching for my ink quill pen, and I had dumped the entire jar of black ink on my bed. All over my bed. It was very messy. Some of it even got on the wall, so that was not fun. I cleaned it up, but it was just really not fun. I had like ink on my arm from where I tried to stop the ink flow, and it was just a giant patch of ink on my arm, and it didn't wash away for like 2 days. It was really funny because I kept making jokes about it. Like, I didn't even need to go to a tattoo place. I got free ink. But yeah, I didn't spill any of the other colors, thankfully. And I haven't really tried my pens since. I might try maybe like another drawing with them later if you guys enjoyed this. I know I kind of did. I didn't have to worry about color matching anything really. I could just worry about the pretty line art with the pretty colors. It's also just really fun to use them, but you also have to like put them back in the jar a lot just to get enough ink to do some strokes of the pen. So it's also kind of annoying in that way, but it's very fun to have things like that. I like things that kind of look vintage because they think they look cool. Like, I used to keep Coca-Cola bottles, like the glass ones, because I thought they looked rustic and old and cool, and I would keep them, and I had a collection of them. And eventually, I had decided I didn't want them anymore, so I gave a few to some of my friends, and did the stupidest thing. We threw them into our alley, and none of them really broke. But I had, after like we had thrown them, I just realized how stupid that might have been. So we checked to see if we had actually broken any of the glass, but luckily none of it broke. So we decided not to do that anymore. And instead I used it for like pencil holder and a vase for like flowers. So yeah. I also really like using these ink pens because I could actually put a splatter on the page and it looked like a splatter. And I thought that was really cool. I didn't use any of the wax seals in the video, but I have tried out the wax seals and they work really well. And you can mix and match the colors, so that's really fun to do. They even gave you a candle that you use to heat up the wax in the little spoon type thing that they give you to cook the to like heat up the wax and melt it in. So yeah, they're up in my closet now so I don't make another mess. I still have my box of pencils with me, like at the ready, because I just use them for anything and everything. I've been sketching a lot more lately, so I might make some a short about my sketch pages. I don't do like really sketchy pages often. Like I mostly focus on like one character or one design for the page. But I have a few pages in my sketchbook now that are actual sketchy type pages with just random stuff in it, and I really like them because they're like sketch pages instead of all formatted and actually having a purpose. I just think it's fun to have random things in my sketchbook. It makes it look cool. But yeah. So I was wondering if you guys knew any art challenges, if you could just put them in the comments below, because I really like doing art challenges by myself because I think they're fun in general to do. But if you guys have any art challenges you can think of, just put them in the comments below. I'd love to try them out. Hey, so yeah, I'm now getting to the dress. Sorry this is taking a little longer than I expected, honestly. But I haven't made many videos so far, so I'd like to know what you guys think of the music to words ratio and the amount of time the video takes. And if you have like your favorite Disney princess, or maybe even your favorite character from like a comic book like Sailor Moon or something. Maybe not Sailor Moon. Last time that didn't go so well. But if you have any Disney princesses you want me to redraw, I like to do that. That's fun. Or Pokemon. You know what? Give me a Pokemon and the gender for the Pokemon, and I will try to draw it as a person. I like to do that. That's fun. But like I said, I'm open to any challenges you guys can think of because I think they're really fun to do. And if you want, maybe I can make an entire video about just doing different challenges. If you like the videos more than my shorts, let me know, because then I'll just try to make more videos. But if you also like certain shorts, just let me know. I'm curious to see what takes and what doesn't, because honestly, everything I've put up so far is just fun for me to make. And yeah, so today I got some new nails. They're not in the video because this was before I put them on, and I don't know if you guys know this, but nail glue is very sticky, and I was trying to put on this one nail and my fingers got stuck to my other finger, and so my fingers were glued together and I was trying to get them off. And then when I finally got it off, the nail that I was trying to put on was completely covered in the glue. So I had to find a different nail to put on that one. Yeah. I'm gonna have to figure out to say more. If any of you guys know Nightmare Before Christmas, I really like that movie. It's a fun movie. I enjoy the characters a lot. My favorite character is Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. If you have a favorite character from Disney or maybe Netflix, or like just like a good movie, let's hear about it. I mean, it'd be fun to kind of know what other people thought of the Disney movies, because I know some people don't like Disney, and yet some people do. And I went in and I researched the history of Disney. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Disney had made a specific lens or glass. I think it was lens. And it was a specific lens that they used on the Mary Poppins movies. And you know how they blended cartoon and real life? Well, they had only made one lens and a special camera for it, if I'm remembering correctly. I might not be. This is just something that I researched in the past and I thought was cool information to share. You can research it on your own. It's very interesting to research Disney's whole life story and how he became Disney. It's a very interesting topic. So he had made this lens and it was perfect because it didn't show like a blue outline around the people. It didn't show the other problems that the other lenses were having when they were trying to mix Disney's creation of animation and human in like real life. I think they also used it in Enchanted. That's why it's so good of a movie. And what's really sad is they had lost the lens after making a few of those movies, they had lost the lens and they could not find it, and they had only made one. Talk about losing something that's really cool. It's much better than me losing my socks in the morning. But yeah, so he had lost the lens and they had looked for it and they tried to replicate it, but they couldn't do it. And another fun fact about Disney, if you didn't notice it, in Snow White, the first one, not the new one, or the live action one, not that one. I'm talking about the first one, the cartoon one, the good one in my opinion. Not saying that the new Snow White that's live action isn't good. I just haven't seen it yet. But I've seen the cartoon one, and I know the cartoon one's good. But in the cartoon one, I don't know if anybody realized this, but it had a certain depth to it because Walt Disney had thought about this. Or someone in Walt Disney's team had thought about this. And they had put each pane of glass on a shelf. And it was this giant shelf-like structure holding each individual piece of glass, like a glass slate that would have a piece of the scenery on it. And then the characters would be in the middle of it. So then the camera would be on the very top of this tower type, well, not tower, but this shelf type thing. And it would be looking downward. So the frames that were separated would look smashed together and gave it a depth to it. Like when the dwarves are walking on the log, they are on the log, but there's also the trees behind them, and then there's the bushes in front of them, giving it that depth that wasn't really there before. And I just find that really interesting how Disney made all of these new changes in the animating and TV producing world. And if you didn't know, Mickey was not his first character. When he was starting out, he had another character called Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. But he had not coined Oswald. He had not claimed him legally, as in no copyrights, no taking Oswald, no using Oswald without my permission. So the people he used to work for took Oswald the Lucky Rabbit from him, basically. And so he couldn't use Oswald the Lucky Rabbit anymore when he went on. Sorry, my tongue is nowhere to be found apparently. When he went on his own, and that is when the mouse was made, Mickey. That was when Mickey was born. But if you go on Disney Plus now, it looks like they got Oswald back. Because if you look up Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, you can see some of the animations in cartoon form. Anyways, we're almost to the end of this video. Sorry if I went on a little long about Disney. I just think it's very cool facts. And, if you like that I put facts in the videos while I draw, I have a few more facts I could put in the next video if you enjoy that, because I know I definitely enjoy having something to talk about in the videos when I don't know what to talk about. But this is almost the finished artwork. I just have to finish up with the line art on her face and arms and legs, and then she'll be done. I didn't really have a thought process for the colors, really. I just went with it. I let it go however it went. And I think that's why I like this piece of art so much, because it wasn't strategically thought out, and I didn't color chart, and I didn't take up all my colors and be like, okay, this one's a complementing color, so I should use this. I just kind of picked at random, and I like that because it looks fun and flowy and just kind of unpredictable. I like the unpredictability of how I made it. It was very fun. And the unpredictability of the ink also made it fun, because if you notice there, the ink got a little big on her lips, and I did not mean to do that. But honestly, I kind of like how it turned out. It's those little happy accidents that I think make this art piece so interesting, and how I like this art piece more because of the little mistakes that the ink had made in it. She has green hair because I have different color inks and I didn't have brown ink. But I think I like that I didn't have brown ink because otherwise I might not have put green hair. But then again, if you ask my friends, I totally would have put green hair anyways because me and my friend, we were just chilling and I was drawing on my drawing app on my phone. And I asked for just colors at random. I didn't tell my friend what they were for. I just asked for random colors and I would make a person out of it. This one time I had made a guy, I'd drawn a guy and, and my friend had said red when I was thinking of skin color. And so he had red skin color. And then my friend had said green. So I had put green hair. And then my friend had said blue. And he had these really blue eyes. And we called him Strawberry Boy because he looked like a literal strawberry. Because my friend had also said short hair. She had said short because I asked my friend long or short, and my friend had said short. So I had used short hair. So it looked exactly like a strawberry except in human form. Which is actually really funny because I've drawn fruit as people before, and that's also a really fun thing to do. Just if you're bored. I in this part of the video I'd made a splatter because I really liked how splattered ink to look. Sorry, my tongue's not very working today apparently. I'd put a splatter of ink on my page because I liked how it looked, and then I just like melded it into the picture because I enjoyed how that looked. Kind of inky, and I had to like hit it a few times because the ink was not coming off of the tip of it like how I wanted it to, so I had to spread out the splatter to make it look more splattered. So I kind of molded the splatter to look how I wanted it to, so it's not really a splatter anymore. It's like just an artistic choice. But you know, you're allowed to make your artistic choices because that's what you want to do. You can totally just do it because art is for you if you want to make it, and however you want to make it is how you want to make it. But yeah. So we're getting towards the end of the video, and I'd just like to say thank you so much for continuing to watch it if you've made it to this point, and for sitting through my monologue about Disney and about my past experiences with making random drawings out of random colors. And just thank you for sitting through the entire video if you are to this point. If not, I completely understand that you did not stay this long. I tend to ramble when I find a topic interesting or when I just go down a rabbit hole of conversations. So this is about it. I'm just finishing up here, really. And here is the finished drawing. Oh, nope. Sorry. I lied. I forgot about this. I had really liked how the ink looked up there, so I wanted to put ink down here. So I made it drippy. I put drips. I tried to get the ink a little thicker so I could actually make it look drip-like. And I like how it turned out. I kind of freehanded the drips, so I didn't really know how it would look too much or if I would even like it in the end. But I did, so it turned out pretty good. I tried to get it more inky with like more ink to make it look like, you know, like sorry, to make it look like ink is actually dripping down. But for some reason my pen was just not picking up as much ink as it was in the beginning. I think it's because it started to dry on my pen. So I just had to get more and more ink until the ink drop was the ink drop. But like I said again, sorry if I'm repeating myself, I do that sometimes. Thank you for watching this long. If you have any, like, I'm not gonna repeat myself, sorry. Thank you for watching this long. If you like the video, please go down to the like button and give it a finger five with your finger hand if you want, but that might mess up your screen if you hit it too hard. And then just go to the subscribe button and say, hey buddy, can I join? I don't know, just tap it if you want to. And if you like the video, I will definitely make more, because I think talking like this is definitely going to be very fun after I figure out what I want to do in a video. Anyways, thank you, and just enjoy the music till it plays out. Bye. Thanks.